What's up guys, today's video is on the top 5 best beginner cameras in 2022. Through extensive research and testing, I've put together a list of options that'll meet the needs of different types of buyers. So whether it's price, performance, or its particular use, we've got you covered. For more information on the products, I've included links in the description box down below, which are updated for the best prices. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Now let's get started. If your goal is to save some money without losing quality or performance, we say check out the Panasonic Lumix G100, also known as the best budget beginner camera that can be found on the market in 2022. Specially intended for vloggers and content creators, this fella is the right tool you need to share your story. Thanks to its super lightweight and compact body, the G100 eliminates the need for bulky photo equipment. With no compromise in terms of quality, you can make smooth, high-definition 4K or Full HD videos at different image speeds per second to meet all your requirements. Thanks to a sensor that is much larger than those in smartphones, you'll be able to capture fantastic images and videos in several different situations. Clear shots are possible even at night or in low-light conditions. The larger MFT sensor also helps to create beautifully blurred backgrounds to achieve a professional look. Powerful hybrid image stabilization in 5-axis comes to the fore when making videos on the go, resulting in a much calmer, smoother, and more enjoyable experience for your viewers. The Lumix G100 features Nokia's integrated PPE audio sound system, the world's first mirrorless camera to offer such an advanced feature. 3 internal microphones record clear and vivid sound that is as realistic as if you were there. No matter what kind of content you want to create, the G100 has a mode for you. The new video selfie mode is a perfect example. With it, both you and the background are shot perfectly in focus without the need for adjustment. Shoot at 30 frames per second and extract only the frame you need for a perfect action shot, just about every time. Frame shots through the high-resolution viewfinder, or if you prefer, use a 3-inch high-resolution screen. The touchscreen practically rotates and bends and makes it easier to shoot from any angle. The Lumix G100 integrates both Bluetooth and Wi-Fi connectivity to make it easier to share your best stories. For the listed price, color us impressed. If you're looking for the top bang for the buck, we say check out the Canon EOS M50 Mark II, the best value beginner camera that can be found on the market in 2022. The M50 Mark II is quite similar to its predecessor, both inside and out. What is new is software-based and could be of great importance to new content creators. There is an added benefit of autofocus for eye detection for videos and photos, as well as the ability to capture vertical videos for social media platforms. Another advantage that the M50 Mark II offers over the older camera is a new video capture button available on the touchscreen and a movie self-timer that gives you 2 to 10 seconds to prepare before the camera starts shooting. To keep you in tune with your YouTube subscribers, the M52 will also allow you to stream live wirelessly on YouTube. While the AF for the camera's eyes isn't as fast as, say, the Canon EOS R6, it's pretty good for the camera labeled as an entry-level model and works well for photos in 1080p video. For those interested only in still photography, the M52 works the same as the previous M50. It gives very good results, offers the same and quite respectable burst speed of 10 frames per second with good dynamic range and noise performance. Not only has it inherited the body of the M50, but it also includes an APS-C 24.1 megapixel sensor from the previous model and the now slightly outdated Digic 8 image processing engine. So you still get the same ISO sensitivity range of 100 to 25,600, expandable to 51,200, and a maximum shooting speed of 10 frames per second. Speaking of 4K shooting, the M52 can shoot 3840 by 2160 images at 25 frames per second, and it also has 4K recording at time intervals that allow you to save photos from videos. Although the battery is rated for 305 shots, you can get more from it. During professional tests, users have obtained a very respectable 375 images with a single charge. For the listed price, you can't beat this guy. The next product we'll discuss is the Nikon D3500, which quite rightly took the title of the best DSLR beginner camera that you can find on the market in 2022. For starters, this model brings 3 major advantages that DSLR cameras offer over their mirrorless alternatives: superior battery life, excellent handling, and good value. The latter is partly because the D3500 has an optical viewfinder, unlike EVFs found on mirrorless rivals. Although the age of the D3500 is in favor of the price, it means that it lacks some modern features. The first is the lack of 4K video recording, which is now standard on most new cameras, although if you're happy with 1080p resolution, it should shouldn't bother you too much. It may be more limited by the lack of an articulated screen and the functionality of the touchscreen, which means that the D3500 will have to adapt to those coming with smartphones. On the other hand, none of these cameras are even close to the D3500's battery life of 1,550 shots and compensates for the lack of a touchscreen in a practical guide for beginners, which takes you through the process of creating effects like blurred backgrounds. This is a great way for the inexperienced to understand the manual settings and start building their self-confidence and knowledge. The 24.2 megapixel sensor on the D3500 gives impressive results, although you might want to invest in some extra lenses to really see its potential. The 11-point AF system works well for general shooting and works great for some moving subjects. The D3500 retains the same effective pixel count of 24.2 megapixels as the old Nikon D3400, but this is a newer sensor, and a closer look at the specs shows that the total number of D3500 sensors is 24.78 megapixels, more than the previous model. Nikon has also decided to transfer the same 3-inch screen with a modest 921,000 dot resolution to the D3400. Good stuff, a thumbs up from here. Up next, check out the Nikon Z50, also known as the best mirrorless beginner camera that can be found on the market in 2022. The device's screen is 3.2 inches with a resolution of 1.04 million pixels. It occupies most of the surface on the back of the camera and is fully usable for all functions of the appliance. The electronics viewfinder comes with a diagonal of 0.39 inches and a frame coverage of 100%, which is made in OLED technology and has 2.36 million pixels. This fella is quite bright, with a sharp display and a good refresh rate. Inside the small body is a DXCMOS sensor measuring 23.5 by 15.7 millimeters with an effective resolution of 20.9 megapixels. The XSpeed 6 processor, identical to the one in the Z7, is in charge of all calculations. So in addition to the shooting speed of 11 frames per second, it provides us with advanced face detection and eye detect functions with 209 AF points. Sensor sensitivity ranges from ISO 100 to ISO 51200, and video can be recorded in 4K resolution. The Z50 connects to the world via a USB-B connector, and there is also micro HDMI, a headphone connector, and now standard combinations of Bluetooth and Wi-Fi connections to the SnapRidge application. The Nikon Z50 uses a new type of smaller format battery, the EN-EL25, declared at 300 photos according to the CIPA standard, but we already know that with mirrorless cameras, these numbers are not a very reliable measure. Contrast, color saturation, and sharpness from edge to edge are top-notch. The aperture closes quickly, and you lose the light that reaches the sensor. The selfie screen is not a novelty for this class in Nikon's offer, but unlike the fully articulated D5600, in the case of the Z50, it pulls out and rotates 90 degrees upwards, or 180 degrees downwards. That's why it allows a clear view of the frame while making a video log or taking selfies. Thumbs up, that's for sure. And finally, meet the Canon EOS 250D, the gold medalist for today and the overall best beginner camera on the market in 2022. This fella brings everything that made us love the original 200D model, and of course, more than that. Physically, it has remained almost the same as its predecessor. The size is pretty much identical, for example. This model also kept the same 24.2 megapixel APS-C CMOS sensor as the previous iteration, but is therefore armed with the new Digic 8 processor like EOS-R and EOS-RP, which we single out as the most critical improvement. 4K video capabilities also included in the mix. First in the Rebel series, with eye detection when using dual pixel AF and greater battery life. As for other improvements, apart from the new processor, we have to praise the battery autonomy, which now amounts to as many as 1,070 photos with a single charge, as much as 420 compared to the 200D. When it comes to 4K video, this device offers a resolution of 3840 by 2160 with 25 FPS, but with a considerable crop factor, as in the case of the EOS M50. Moreover, dual pixel AF is not available when shooting in 4K. Nevertheless, the Canon 200D2 boasts a rather fast autofocus system of as much as 3,975 pixels. This is when working via the LCD screen. When working via the viewfinder, then the current AF configuration is the same as its predecessor with 9 points. And with eye detection when working in live view mode, the dual pixel AF has once again proven to be Canon's main weapon. The good stuff doesn't need to be changed. So the Canon 250D has retained its 3-inch movable touchscreen with a resolution of 1,040,000 pixels, as well as Wi-Fi and Bluetooth functions. Overall, this fella offers top-level features. high durability, as well as great looks, all at the best possible price-quality ratio. You wanted the best? Well, you got it. Thanks for watching, and that's all for now. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Till next time, see you guys later.